Well, robocalls are the worst, right? They're hated by pretty much everyone. And a new step in Ohio could help end the madness. The state's attorney general announced today a new agreement with 12 phone service providers. Andrew Horansky is here to explain how they'll be working together to crack down on this. Hi, Drew.
What, you don't love robocalls, Sarah?
Not my favorite.
Well, apparently these companies certainly have the technology to be fighting them. And now through this agreement, the companies have promised to help verify your calls are valid, investigate suspicious ones, and report illegal activity at no cost to you.
There may soon be an end to the ringing.
This is Vincent with Cardholder Services.
With Ohio's Attorney General announcing today an agreement with 12 carriers, which he said in a release will, quote, make it easier for attorneys general to investigate and prosecute bad actors. Those who make illegal robocalls, many of which originate overseas, and which often engage in so-called spoofing, disguising their numbers to look local. In Florida, this hospital was hit recently with 6,600 illegal robocalls in a 3-month period, mimicking internal phone numbers and consuming about 65 hours of hospital response time. And though illegal, banned by the FCC, such calls are still difficult to catch and prosecute.
You have to see it to believe it.
Try the lower rate on your credit card
Just suspend your social security number. Please call immediately.
Today's announcement can possibly pave the way for change as consumers are urged to simply hang up, block, and report robocalls.
Earlier this year, the FCC cleared the way for phone carriers to automatically block them, but we know they're still not blocking them all. A Florida-based developer recently used an auto dialer, and he was federally charged for placing more than 57 million calls in just 6 months. They went to the do not call registered phone numbers. Sarah?
I think we're all skeptical here, but something has to be better than nothing. Thanks, Drew.
Sure.